Okay, so here we go. We are in Zolder. It is round 8, and before we talk anything got to do with that, I want to thank every single driver for attending and joining an FFG and making it what it is. It was our first season doing ACC, and it was absolutely brilliant, and we're looking forward to next season, and we hope you all enjoyed as well. But firstly, before we do the normal looking at the standings and looking at the real guys doing it and getting into it, we're going to have a look back at all the race winners so far and kind of tell the story of how we are where we are a little bit. And we're going to start off with race 1, and I ruined this server, so I hold my hands up for that. But it was, of course, Marco Esposito, who is our championship leader, who got that race win and done an absolutely epic job around the race from start to finish and done brilliant. But there was great racing behind that one as well, between Gary Smith, Oliver Anderson and Mr. Chico Lindvar as well. It was an absolutely brilliant race that. I had so much fun doing commentary that, as did Chris Tedder. Obviously, when the glitches were going on, getting the server going for the first time, Chris gave a good hand with the commentary and got it all sorted as well, so fair play. But round 2, what an epic race for us. It was Monza, and Gary Smith shone to the cream of the crop there. An absolutely great race from him. He beat Dave Hill, who then beat Abe Santama as well. And then there was a little touch at T1 with Abe and Dave Hill, which in turn then the guys went on through. But yeah, that was an absolutely great race. My heart broke though for Matty Gamble, who was absolutely on for a podium and then got murdered by a backmarker there. Matty Gamble's a guy I'd love to see race more, because look, for me, he's one of the most improved drivers I've met since I've done commentary on ACC and done a bit of racing with. So yeah, that was such a great race. Valencia was my favourite. We're going to move on to P3 because this was a great race here. Now, it was a wet coat, not everybody's favourite, but for me, I loved it, and that's why I added it in, because no one really uses that track. But Mr. Cantona here, doing a very good job on the wet in a 992. You got to put your hats off to that there, because at the end of the day, it's not an easy car to drive on a good dry day, let alone when it's soaking wet around Kota. Obviously, it'd be a little bit suited to it over a short distance, but that whole race, he was absolutely fine. You got to give it to him. He done a great race and enjoying himself coming across the line, doing a bit of drifting, swinging the tail out there. That was a very, very tough race there, but fair play to him, with Dave Hill coming second again. Then we move on to race 4, and Oliver Alco Anderson. The first race win for him, and he done an absolutely brilliant job here. He didn't pit for tyres, done a splash and dash right behind him, Brit changed for fresh tyres and catching in like a good thing, and ended up about 0.6 seconds crossing the line. That was a phenomenal race there. In fairness, the two of them guys were really hard at it there. And even the racing throughout the field, it was just super. It was just one of these good races to look back at. But the next race was definitely one of my favourite of the season. Super close first, second and third. The first double winner, Oliver Alco Anderson. And with that, John Dudley put on an epic performance there. Marco Esposito was leading the race. Got his pit strategy wrong, really, because the two guys undercut him. Done a great job, but right at the line here, John Dudley for me he's just sniffing for a win in FFG here, and literally gets a much better drive out of the corner. Oliver has just enough drive to keep it over the line here. Less than half a second covering the top 3. Super close race, and a joy to commentate on with Chris Tedder for that one. Both of us super excited after such a great race, and the battles throughout the grid that day were phenomenal. There's no other way of saying it there. And then Esposito seals his first place in the championship at the minute, because he got a great win around Indy there. Super consistent. He was a few seconds ahead of John Dudley, who crosses the line in a few seconds time as well, and showed that he got the pit stop right and he can make it over the line, and the second double race winner in FFG. So fair play to him, with John Dudley of course being second again. I move on to last week's race. Ila Manzico comes in and shows us what kind of class he is. He done pole position, started from the pits about 30 seconds down, and comes from last to win. Unbelievable drive, and John Dudley again just showing his class. An amazing second position. Unfortunately, Tedder has put his back out while displaying there in the standings, but really looking forward to seeing what the guys can do tonight there. And Esposito gets himself a third spot, really sealing in that first position. So now let's have a look at the standings here for round 8, the final round. Marco Esposito is in first place on 616 points, with Aaron Holloway in second place on 537. There is 105 points here tonight, so Aaron needs to hope that that Marco has a really bad race tonight to try and clinch that championship. But Aaron doesn't have it easy either. That second place is a massive threat there at the minute, because right behind him he has Ricky Poliami on 522 points, and Nathan Warren is catching up down at 498 points. So realistically, the top four could change dramatically. We are unfortunately missing John Dudley here, so that's his season done for this season. He's on 442 points. Chris Tedder done his back out when they were playing water sports, is what they said. They didn't go into too much detail. Then we have Baz O'Neill in 5th position on 432 points. He could jump John Dudley here this evening, with Britt then in 7th position on 344 points. Not too far behind him is Matt Ramsley on 339 points. So there's still an awful lot of battles throughout the field. Oliver Anderson is also on 339 points. Will he show up for tonight's last race and try and get it there? Anthony Ferrante has not been able to join the last 2 races there, so unfortunately that's his season done. Hopefully he will be back next season, so we've disqualified him, as in not to give him any more infringements. So he's on 258 points, but an amazing driver, and I'm super excited to see what he does in Amigos as well. Andre Batek then, Aaron's best friend, in 11th position on 228 points. Then we have Peter Phelan, who is fighting to rob that place from Batek there on 213 points. Then behind him is Dave Hill, who hasn't been able to race, so he hopefully might be back next season on 193 points. Giles Holloway though is probably going to jump him here tonight. He only joined 3 races ago. He's only after joining ACC, and he's done a phenomenal job this season. I'm looking forward to his campaign next season, and he is on 192 points. With Chico Lindvall, he is on 189 points, and don't forget he did miss last week's race with the disconnect, and he did change car midway through the season, and he gave away all his points, so fair play to him. Back up there in 15th on 189 points, with Matty Gamble coming into the last race on 180 points, so he could jump Chico and a few others tonight. So Matty Gamble could jump quite a few positions here. Then we have Chris Tedder, who I have to change the car tonight, so he's dropping all his points. He's jumping into the Jag if I have me way for the last race, 174 points. Then under him we have Gary Smith, who is on 147 points there. Gary has took a bit of a break from sim racing. He's been a bit frustrated, but we'd love to see him back there for season 2. And Stephen Glennon finally got his wheel back today. I just got a message from him not too long ago. He's on 132 points. His wheel will be ready and all for the next season. I don't think he'll be able to make tonight's race, which is fair enough. But thank God he got his sim fixed by Fanatic. And we've got Cam Masters on 117 points. Then we've got Cantona on 110. A joint on 110 is Manzenko, with that unbelievable debut last week. Let's see what he can do this evening if he is able to race. And Abe only got to do qualifying last week, but he was definitely in for a shot there on 99 points, with Darren Christie right behind him. His first race, last race, on 75 points. Then we have Dr. Evil. He had his first race last week as well. He got absolutely great check as well, but it was hilarious to watch. It made no sense, but you know, Peter obviously apologised and then moved on with that one there. That wasn't a great check. More getting it in the wrong area, if I would say it correctly. He's on 66, joined with Mr. Polycon on 66. Then we have Jordan Townsend on 49 points. Lucy Murray is on 45 points. Then we have Andres Hansen on 42, along with Lucas Hannick and Tony Hazard, with 3 joiners as well. Dan Holden is back And it's finally here, guys. It is the last race of the season. Hopefully you've enjoyed that little bit of an extra long race intro showing all the race winners of FFG so far, along with the standings. It's going to be a great one tonight there. So Oliver is mid past on. Rory's made such a point of it. He said it on YouTube and on Twitch. Rory's really certain and really passionate about Oliver being midfield. He's put on quite a show. Oliver should be a lot higher up. If he didn't forget the other races, he would actually be a lot higher up. And Alpha Dogme, you are shy of a podium really, and the thing about it is, it's all about consistency. You can be fast over one lap, but it's getting a home week in, week out. You showed up every week, and it's been an absolute a tribute to exactly where you are in the championship as well. So very well done there. So they're just finishing up doing a slightly later practice than normal. We're going to be a few minutes behind the normal schedule, but we are up to 19 drivers in the server to finish out our first season here, and it all comes down to the wire tonight. It's going to be anybody's. Like, the whole field, there's so much can change after this race. Maximum points on offer is 105 points, so it's going to make a massive difference. It really is. Esposito really needs to get it all together. Aaron Holloway is going to need a little bit of luck because he might be under pressure for second place even, or first, so there's a lot to play for. There really is. It's been quite an enjoyable first season, and I've certainly learned a lot about running the ACC leagues myself, so doing it solely alone and not doing it as a part of a team. I do have obviously Oliver in there, so I won't say solely because Oliver's helped me quite a bit with understanding the servers and, you know, with the race practice servers and stuff like that. Oliver is an absolute key part of FFG, sorry, Chico that is. Jesus Christ, I keep getting them mixed up. Chico, but sure, wouldn't be me if it wasn't getting mixed up. But yeah, no, without Mr. Lentivar, we'd still be going, but just definitely further behind, in fairness. He's been a great asset to the league, a great steward, and he's a great mate as well, and great to have him in. And of course Oliver as well, even though he's a drunk lunatic, we absolutely love him. He's a great steward as well and has done an awful lot. And of course another thanks to Chris Tedder, who's jumped in and done some commentary, obviously doing a bit of racing now as well. It is very much appreciated. So going to be very interesting around this night race here tonight in Zolder. It's going to be anybody's. You know yourself, with track limits, with those curves can kill you. And overtaking is always a big game here as well. It's a game of chess. Just look at that Matty going over the line there. It's a lovely livery, and Matty Gamble is, as I said in the intro video, he is the most improved driver that I've met in ACC for the longevity now. So nearly a year doing commentary in ACC, and obviously this is the first season of FFG, so anyone who knows me through the stream mightn't know Matty that well yet, as he's only done a few races. But from where he was to where he is, but he's stuck with the BMW all the time as well, and I think that shows dividend. That if you do stick to a car, you'll constantly just keep improving on a good solid scale. So great to have him in there. I'm really delighted. And of course, Bit, who you would have seen, was very close to getting the win off Oliver around Brands Hatch in here. Maybe he can do something tonight. Maybe he can get himself a possible race win either. We've got Dominic Geeson, Polly Amy, Aaron in second position there. So his one-off livery last week was really nice. Sorry, I forgot to turn out my mic. I was trying to see there a minute ago what livery he was using, but it is the Williams livery he's back in. But I'm pretty sure he said to me he may use the Williams livery mixed in with his new livery tomorrow night. Who else do we have? So obviously we've got Chico there in that lovely fake taxi livery which I made, from which was a joy. Let's have a closer look at that if we can, because I really enjoy that livery. So what I'm going to do, actually, we're going to have a look around. I'm not going to be able to do that here. Oh, I can still move that. Right. Oh, not disable. I need to go to controls and disable that from the car. Because I just want to go and have a look at his livery, but I want to look at everyone else's livery in the pit as well while we're still in the practice. Loads of pickup on the car as well, so he's been out doing laps. And then we have, of course, Batek, who is Aaron's best friend. Shema, Batek, I'm assuming you're Polish. Here's Matty Gamble's livery there. The 2ID livery. Matty is a bit of a Pringle. But very cool livery. And another livery I created. This was commissioned by Mr. Phelan. This is a very Irish inspired livery, as he is an Irish man. Brennan's Bread, you've got Paddy Power, Jameson Whiskey, Falcha Ireland, a bit of Guinness somewhere as well in it as well, and RTE as well. Then of course Christian here tonight. He's after losing his head, he's got that excited. Then we have Esposito, so he could be the very first FFG ACC champion tonight. And to be honest, I really do love that livery. It is a thing of beauty, isn't it? So let's see what he can do tonight. Then Nathan Warren, the nicest looking Bentley around. Can we go into the pits here? Oh, we can. This is awesome. Alright, so we'll stand in here. Nathan Warren's car is a thing of beauty as well. And is there anybody else in? We do have people up here. And Baz does not have his livery uploaded properly. I made this from, and you would have seen it in photo of the week. It's a thing of beauty, but unfortunately he hasn't showed it. And another livery that I've created is Chris Tedder's livery. So this is Chris Tedder, who was doing commentary and is the owner of Amigos Racing, where we race. Our leagues run quite close together in terms of we opened up each other's leagues for any of our drivers as we go into quali. Oliver Anderson in the beautiful FFG livery. He's not wasting any time. And either there is Polycott. Who else? We've got Polly Amy there. That livery is lovely. Stacey Ellis. That's actually quite a nice livery. The Joker. Nice job. Aaron Holloway in his lovely Williams inspired livery. Michael Simon, the Liqui Moly. And Darren Christie in the Monster Energy Nitro livery as well. And then Cam Masters in a very subtle looking but very nice looking livery as well. So let's follow the cars around and then we get into it. I'm going to jump on and try and follow the first car. I think Oliver Anderson was the first car out. I think that's Matty. Whoa, Matty! Going chasing all these cars around. Oh, so Oliver is first. So as Oliver's coming up to start on his lap, concentrating here very hard doing this. I want to get him going over the line. So he's going to be the first one to start on the lap. And that's him gone, and he started his lap. And we're going to jump on with Oliver now. So let's jump on with Oliver for this lap as we get underway. I'll stop messing with cameras. So Oliver is the very first to do a timed lap. Let's see how he gets on. I think it's Polycott then, not too far behind him. So we'll jump on with Polycott then after. So we'll have an eye at Oliver's sector times as he goes through them as well. So I'll call out the best sector to you as we're going along here. Alpha, it's not loaded for whatever reason. Nice and tidy through there, Oliver. Well done, mate. That looks like Dominic Geese right behind him, his German best friend. Let's how we get on now together. Onto the hard braking. So I really do love this track to race on myself. I'm very, very jealous I'm not out there. Nicely done by Oliver. He probably could have took a bit more curb. There's grass coming out of the tarmac there. Nicely done, Oliver. So the first time lap is going to be with Oliver, and where's that going to put him? Puts him on a 129.5. Dominic East next, only second to 129.7. With Britt going in third position. On with Chico Leanfar here now as well. A 130 for Polly Amy. Chico Leanfar. Oh, only fourth position, so he's not gone all the way yet. Where's Mr. Batak here? We'll keep an eye on Batak as he's going around. He's going slow, so we won't worry about that. On with the reigning champion, Esposito. Sorry, he will be champion tonight if he wins or beats everybody else. The main thing is finishing. Esposito crosses the line up into third position so far. Chris Tedder's only starting his lap, so we keep an eye on Mr. Tedder. So we're going to call him Chris Meta Chasing Tedder. They won't be allowed to change cars next season. I let it away this season, but there's no car changing. So anyone who's changed cars has lost every single point they've made so far. Aaron Holloway got his first banker in P10 there, Phelan in P11. So for Tedder, it's probably good. He's getting a little bit of a tow from the Bentley. Or Bentley, as I see some weird TikTok going around. But let's see, will that impede him? Because we know how easy that Macca gets dirty air putting it right off. But Tedder has invalidated. I'm going to jump on with wee Matty Gamble here. So wee Matty is on a good one here. He's up a few tenths so far. That Beamer can chew those carbs. And the thing is, I know Matty has pace here. So let's see how he goes. He definitely is a meta chaser, 100%. So Matty's coming around there now. Tiny little bit of a slide as he gets the power down, but he's doing beautifully. He's running right out onto the apex and the curves as well. Getting a flash on for Christensen. Matty does not want any impeding. I think Christensen is just far enough ahead. It's not going to impede him too much. Although Christensen needs to get it on, so he's not getting out of the way, so Matty just needs to get on with it. As Christensen's just about to start his lap, and Matty's caught him by quite a bit. It's sideways, but he might get the toe. It's going to drop a little bit of time for him, but he just needs to get this lap across the line. And for Matty Gamble up into P2 there now, a 129.1. And that bit of a slide has definitely cost him P1 there, only 0.045 behind Mr. Geese. So he's gone back into the pits. So we're going to jump on with Christensen now. Let's see how he can get on. It's going to be quite interesting. Nathan Moore on his yellow flag, and I think he's pulled in, is he? He has indeed. Christensen's after getting lost there with the camera. There we go. Aaron Holloway ahead of him. I will be actually jumping on to Esposito now, because Esposito is up about a second of time so far, which if he doesn't lose it, he's losing a bit of time going down that straight. This is essentially a P1 lap right here from the championship leader and possibly the first FFG ACC champion. He will be getting the lovely FFG hoodie, championship hoodie. And there we go, on pole by nearly 3 tenths to Dominic East, who is next to be cross line. Aaron Holloway up quite a bit of time as well. That could get him up possibly into P9 or P8, although he's dropped quite a bit of time with the exit, but that should safely put him up to P10, and it does. So interesting now, looking at the rest here. Chico Leanfar is up quite a bit of time and is going to be fighting with Esposito. I'm very proud of that livery. That was literally done in 15 minutes. Such a simple livery, but I love it. Nicely done, Chico, nicely done. So he's not going to go on pole, but I could put him up into P3 possibly. Oh, up into P2. Wow, nice. Good job, Chico. Sim though is up a little bit of time. Looking elsewhere. There's plenty of greens, but they're all in different phases of the lap. So I'm just going to try and get on with people. Well, Sim's giving up on that. Matty's up a bit of time again. I'll jump on with Matty now in a minute, but Aaron Holloway is up 3/10. Christensen's up a 10th. Phelan's up a 10th. Tedder's up 2/10. Gamble at the minute is jumping up and down between red and that. I think he's given up on this lap. He's dropped a lot of time there. Keys is up a slight bit of time. Not enough to jump across yet. And Aaron Holloway up into 5th position there. Very well done by Aaron. Very well done. Chris Tedder's still going strong. Although Darren Christie back into the pits he goes. Baz out there. What can Baz do? So he's up a bit of time so far. Up a few tenths, but he will definitely need a bit more improvement for himself tonight. And I think he knows that. Tedder's up now quite a bit of time. This could be a possible P1 go. Tedder is pushing like a good thing and he's up about 7 and a bit tenths so far. So Meta Chaser Tedder doing what he wants to do. And he'll enjoy this car change because the only time it's going to happen as of next season. No more car changes. We're sticking to it. It's a super tasty calendar. And it's not going to suit every car on every track. So that's why we're going to stick now and enjoy it. Tedder up quite a bit of time here. This is definitely provisional pole for Tedder. Getting that bit of a toe. Boom. 0.175 a second ahead of Esposito. So Esposito's on a lap of Brit's up a bit of time. Up into 4th position he goes. Matty Gamble is up a few tenths. We're going to stay on with Matty Gamble now as well. The thing for Matty is he needs... Oh! He gained so much time through there, but has lost so much time at the exit. That curb hopped him. That was a Ryanair landing again. Okay, so... Traffic, it seems to be Matty's issue there. Because Cam Masters is actually on a lap. That is tough. Polycott's on a lap. He's up over 6 seconds. I was getting a bit shocked there, but it's because he has set a slow time. So let's see how he gets on now. I really love that livery on the Ferrari. I'm assuming that's a game livery. Someone who might know better than me may tell me, but I'm assuming that is an in-game livery, as that's going to pop him up now, up into 13th position. Very well done. Anderson's up a little bit of time as well. We jump on with Oliver. Then of course the FFG team livery. I run the exact same livery, just with my Irish flag, and he has his Danish flag on that. Obviously if anyone is in the Discord, they'll see I'm running quite a girly logo in Amigos next season. It's a lot of love hearts, so hopefully the guys feel bad and let me buy. That's my aim. Oliver's gained a lovely bit of time out of there. He's starting to really push it now. The Macca always looks fast, even in a straight line. But we all know it's dog shit in a straight line. So, Oliver, he's up nearly a 10th now. He was slightly up more at one stage. Oh, that corner, he's going to lose everything there. So Stacey Ellis is up a bit of time. As is Polyamy. Batek out there as well. We're going to jump on with Polyamy here because he's up about a 10th. The only thing is he's got traffic. But Matty's probably going to get out of the way because Matty is very aware of other people being on. No, he's not. Oh, he is. There you go. That's... It just goes to show, that's why I say he's the most improved driver. He understands what's around him as well. So he's very aware about who's on what. Obviously other people he would like to have had that same etiquette, but they didn't have that. Fair play. I have to say Antonio Ferrante has the best awareness I've seen, and he is normally a back marker in a race. So it's good to see that people have that racing etiquette. It really is. Nathan Moran's up a slight bit of time here now as well. So yeah, Nathan Warren's up about a tenth of a second there. Geese is up a bit. Matty Gamble's up a bit. I'm going to jump on because I want to see, does he get this chicane right? If he gets through the chicane up here right, oh, he's really pushing it. He's lost about a tenth of a second there at the least. He does not want to be catching Polyamy. This hasn't been Matty's qualifying. He hasn't just got the air that he needs. So Esposito, I'm going to jump on with the reigning champion because he is up close to getting pole position. What can he do here? He needs to be up about 0.18 of a second, which he's just slightly under at the minute. And he nailed this last corner. He's losing time, which means he might gain the time coming out of it. He's lost every single bit of it. Britt Batiste is next, so we're going to jump on with him. Geese is up a bit of time as well. Geese has jumped up into 5th position now. As Matty Gamble go up to third. How did I miss that, Matty? I thought Matty definitely has more time in him. 100%, because you look at that first sector when he lost that time, I got off him. I did not think he was on a lap there. So let's keep an eye on that. That just came out of nowhere. What the absolute fuck. So Nathan Warren there is up about a tenth of a second also, just not enough as of yet. So Esposito this time round is up quite a bit of time. It's hard to know, is he going to get pole? Chris Tedder has set the gauntlet. Esposito though carrying a bit more pace this time round. He's just gone slightly under it again. Seeing the live time and it keeps jumping in and out. It's very hard to tell who is going to be where. He needs to get on that power early. He needs to carry the speed out of it. That's much better there from him. So Esposito now needs just to nail this last corner and he's on pole. He's up just over 2/10. He needs to get this right. He cannot afford to fuck it up. And he's got it right. He's up enough. This is going to be provisional pole here from Esposito. And he gets onto provisional pole. Can Matty Gamble do anything? Can Chico do anything? So Matty Gamble's in P3 at the minute, but it looks like Chico's going to jump up into P3 with this lap here. So what can Chico do? It's a lovely drive out of that corner. I think that's going to be P3 for Chico. And it is P3 for Chico. Is there anybody else in the lap? There isn't. So guys, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to show you my intro video again. Enjoy it. It's going to show all the race winners. We should have enough time between the gap between this and then the race starts, so enjoy. Welcome along everyone. It is the second last race of the season and we are going to Hungaroring. It's going to be epic. Then we finish off in Baku. Last race though, Sainty done it again. Fastest lap, pole position and race to him. Aaron Holloway, a surprise and well-deserved second place there with Faino Rudolph in third. Quick Mick in fourth. Harry up to fifth with 12 positions. He is driver of the day. It's awkward when you press the wrong one. Okay, so here we go. We are in Zolder. It is round 8, and before we talk anything got to do with that, I want to thank every single driver for attending and joining an FFG and making it what it is. It was our first season doing ACC and it was absolutely brilliant, and we're looking forward to next season and we hope you all enjoy it as well. But firstly, before we do the normal looking at the standings and looking at the real guys doing it and getting into it, we're going to have a look back at all the race winners so far and kind of tell the story of how we are where we are a little bit. And we're going to start off with race 1, and I ruined this server, so I hold my hands up for that. But it was, of course, Marco Esposito, who is our championship leader, who got that race win and done an absolutely epic job. around the race from start to finish and done brilliant. But there was great racing behind in that one as well between Gary Smith, Oliver Anderson and Mr. Chico Lindvar as well. It was an absolutely brilliant race that. I had so much fun doing commentary that, as did Chris Tedder. Obviously, when the glitches were going on, getting the server going for the first time, Chris gave a good hand with the commentary and got it all sorted as well, so fair play. But round 2, what an epic race for us. It was Monza, and Gary Smith shone to the cream of the crop there. An absolutely great race from him. He beat Dave Hill, who then beat Abe Santama as well. And then there was a little touch at T1 with Abe and Dave Hill, which in turn then the guys went on through. But yeah, that was an absolutely great race. My heart broke though for Matty Gamble, who was absolutely on for a podium and then got murdered by a backmarker there. Matty Gamble's a guy I'd love to see race more, because look, for me, he's one of the most improved drivers I've met since I've done commentary on ACC and done a bit of racing with. So yeah, that was such a great race. Valencia was my favourite. We're going to move on to P3 because this was a great race here. Now, it was a wet coat and not everybody's favourite, but for me, I loved it, and that's why I added it in, because no one really uses that track. But Mr. Cantona here, doing a very good job on the wet in a 992. You got to put your hats off to that there, because at the end of the day, it's not an easy car to drive on a good dry day, let alone when it's soaking wet around Kota. Obviously, it'd be a little bit suited to it over a short distance, but that whole race, he was absolutely fine. You got to give it to him. He done a great race and enjoying himself coming across the line, doing a bit of drifting, swinging the tail out there. That was a very, very tough race there, but fair play to him with Dave Hill coming second again. Then we move on to race 4 and Oliver Alco Anderson. The first race win for him, and he done an absolutely brilliant job here. He didn't pit for tyres, done a splash and dash right behind him, Brit changed for fresh tyres and catching in like a good thing, and ended up about 0.6 seconds crossing the line. That was a phenomenal race there. In fairness, the two of them guys were really hard at it there. And even the racing throughout the field, it was just super. It was just one of these good races to look back at. But the next race was definitely one of my favourite of the season. Super close for second and third. The first double winner, Oliver Alco Anderson. And with that, John Dudley put on an epic performance there. Marco Esposito was leading the race. Got his pit strategy wrong really, because the two guys undercut him, undercut him. Done a great job, but right at the line here, John Dudley for me he's just sniffing for a win in FFG here, and literally gets a much better drive out of the corner. Oliver has just enough drive to keep it over the line here. Less than half a second covering the top 3. Super close race, and a joy to commentate on with Chris Tedder for that one. Both of us super excited after such a great race, and the battles throughout the grid that day were phenomenal. There's no other way of saying it there. And then Esposito seals his first place in the championship at the minute, because he got a great win around Indy there. Super consistent. He was a few seconds ahead of John Dudley, who crosses the line in a few seconds time as well, and showed that he got the pit stop right and he can make it over the line, and the second double race winner in FFG. So fair play to him, with John Dudley of course being second again. I move on to last week's race. Ila Manzico comes in and shows us what kind of class he is. He done pole position, started from the pits about 30 seconds down, and comes from last to win. Unbelievable drive, and John Dudley again just showing his class. An amazing second position. Unfortunately, Tedder has put his back out, while explained there in the standings, but really looking forward to seeing what the guys can do tonight there. And Esposito gets himself a third spot, really sealing in that first position. So now let's have a look at stats, and we'll cut that video there because we're just about to get live and go ready now for racing, guys. It's been a great season 1. I'm absolutely so proud of everyone on the grid this evening. It was just so much fun, and I'm so happy that it's coming down to this. The top 4 has not been decided, and actually nearly none of the places have been decided. Dazuka, a name I haven't seen in ages, delighted to have you in the stream and chatting away there. Great to see you in. And for everyone who's watching the stream, thanks very much for following along and watching on my platforms, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, and even TikTok as well, guys. Season 2 is just around the corner. If you still want to join, get in racing. We run FFG F1 on crossplay on a Tuesday from 7:45. The lobby opens. Race and quali starts at 8 o'clock on the button. And of course, as always, Wednesdays is ACC on PC, And season 2 is going to be a belter. There's going to be a championship hoodie for the race winner again next season, and probably 1 or 2 extra little giveaways, especially coming up to Christmas. So there's a lot to come, guys. We stream every single like F1 race live in the Discord, but here we are, getting down and dirty. Can Esposito become the champion? He's starting on pole. This is it, guys. This is what it has come down to. Chris Tedder's in 2nd, Chico's in 3rd, Matthews in 4th, Dominic 5th, Britt in 6th, Aaron in P2, and the championship is in 7th, Ricky in 8th, Simon 9th, Oliver in 10th, Phelan in 11th, Nathan in 12th, Christian in 13th. But we are away going now as the guys get going. So Chris Tedder's got a great start there, although Esposito has the inside line. There's a bit of touching. Matty Gamble going up the inside of Esposito. Chris is run wide. Esposito's in the middle there. You've got Lingtar in the inside of Matty Gamble. They've gotten through quite safely there, and so far it doesn't look like anybody's spun. Thankfully, everyone's gotten through so far fairly unscathed. Dominic East down in 5th position there. Britt Bassey is up into 6th at present. So Keith has carried down to 6th as Britt has gone by. Aaron Holloway's just after getting up into 6th position there as well. So a lot of changes at the start as they are going down. Nathan Moore and Batek are flat out changing positions side by side. But Chico, oh, there is war there. Let's have a look of what, that's huge. That is huge. What has happened there? Let's go on the helicam here. So it looked like Geese is spun and then everybody else is being caught up in that. Oh, Nathan's got through though. Well, a lot's happened there on that race start, guys. But back to the main lead there. You've got Chris Tedder, Esposito, Lindfar, and Matty Gamble in a little train there. Then there's nearly a 3-second gap back down to Michael Syme. Then we have Polly Amy behind him, Aaron Holloway. But there's been massive chaos behind. Dominic Geese is down to 18th position there, as Nathan Warren and Oliver Anderson is into the pits. He must have had huge damage there. Cam Masters is fighting with Geese. Oliver's the only one to pit because the pit window has not opened just yet. It's normally 5 minutes in. But look at this, the top 4, a second, 1.1 seconds clears them at the minute. These are absolutely on it from the word go. It's not going to be an easy one. So racing at the back, Stacey is fighting there with Christy, but lets him by in the end. Dominic East trying to get that move done as well. Stacey looks like he's going to let him by. He does. Stacey's doing his thing. He's got Cam Masters behind now. So Stacey needs to try and get that toe and pull along with the guys. Oliver Anderson is still in the pits. He must have cut up serious damage there. Nathan Warren is now attacking Christensen coming out of that corner. A much better drive in the boat Bentley. If he can keep it around the outside, he's going to get that move done. And it looks like Christensen knows he's there and gives the room through. That's very good stuff there. And Nathan Moran's after getting the position there. But Esposito looking to try and make the move. Chico's right behind, as is Matty. These guys here are just absolutely on it. Unbelievable. Dazuka, it's great to see that you're racing hard. Race prediction, it's just going to get dark, but it's going to be dry. Rory, unfortunately, yeah, Geese got the wrong end of that stick there as these guys are fighting away. But Dazuka, by all means, if you want to race on Wednesday, give me a shout on Discord later on, or if you go on to one of my socials, there should be a link to our Discord there, Formula Fanatics. Oliver, what happened to me? As Esposito is defending like a lion. Matthew Gamble though is going in the inside of Lindfar here. What is going to happen here with these two? So Lindfar is fighting it. Gamble has to drop in behind. This is great stuff here. And that's after giving Esposito a little bit of breathing room. And Tedder now is about a second clear of Esposito. While all this is going on, Britt's after getting by Batak. Batak carrying huge damage there. That is just unfortunate. Polycott though is off. Let's go back 15 seconds, see what happened. Polycott. Now they were carrying damage there after that huge incident. Darren Christie on the inside, Polycott on the outside. Did he just get the marbles? Oh, he dropped down the marbles and went into the side of Christie. That unfortunately was just unlucky on his own doing there. Wow. As we say, that Cam Masters now is after getting by Polycott due to that. Nathan Warren though is looking to get by Phelan. He's trying to bully his way. Phelan doing great defending there. Well within his rights to be defending that. That was brilliant stuff there. Great to see that as well. Feeling starting to find his way in these cars as well. And now Britt is all over the back of Christensen as well, so a nice little battle going on there. So the battles everywhere here. Dominic Geese though, looks like Christie's letting him by. Christie knows that's not his race. He's like, get by me, I just want to get on with it. Polycott though is fighting with Cam Masters, going down the inside of Masters. Even with that damage, Polycott is quite fast. He was very unlucky with that as well. And Britt's after dropping it. What's after happened, Britt? Can't even grab a breath here at this stage. So Britt now is coming up with Christensen. Does he get the braking wrong? He goes down the inside. Oh, Batek. Batek battered him. That'll be looked at after as well there. That's very unlucky for him. But the pit window, as you hear, is open. Magic Gamble is still fighting with Chico. And that looks Simon had a bit of a connection issue there. But these guys here, still 1.4 seconds covering the top 4 drivers, guys. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And while all that's going on, we're going to go back to Cam Masters, who is sticking with Polycott, to be fair about it. And Nathan Warren, as I say that, trying to get the drive now, feeling out of the little chicane. And he's got that move done and feeling, knew he had to block off then Mr. Christensen coming his way. So now he's on the defensive. He needs to be focused on what's ahead of him and not too much on what's behind him though. You end up start driving defensive, you lose an awful lot of time here. Chico though is starting to get the attack on Esposito as well. This will be very, very interesting to see. Geese has the best livery, by the way, not just because I designed it. Now, I've designed about 5 or 6 of these liveries out there, but it is a lovely livery. So you didn't see the pitting. Sure, Oliver, there's always a pit opening for that one as well. Giles Holloway, has Aaron rejoining safely? Yeah, he's murdered 500 people, I'd say, at this stage. Where is Aaron in all of this, actually? He's up in 7th at the minute. So Aaron's actually doing a good job fighting with Polyamy at the minute, as Batek is in the pits now. As is Daz Christie. Both of them getting their pit stops done. Matthew Gamble though, super close now. Super, super close. Look at this, Matty's going to the inside, trying to scare Chico there. We know Matty can carry massive speed in that beamer through there as well. So let's see how he gets on through here. Great stuff there from Matty Gamble, keeping the pressure on Esposito though, right on the back of Mr. Tedder as well. So the top 3 still all at it. Dominic East though, literally just gets the job done and feeling coming out of there. Cam Masters though had just a moment as well. Sorry guys, there's just so much stuff going on. It's hard to actually keep an eye on every single thing that's happened. At the minute, that's been absolutely crazy, crazy stuff. It's what it's all about as well. So let me see, we'll go back to this one here. So Lindfar, Esposito. I said there was contact, but I don't see it. Yeah, there was lying to us. So now Matty Gamble's dropped off a little bit. And now you've got Esposito there with Tedder now. Lindfar's going to try and make his move here. But Esposito is clear, and Matty Gamble will catch these up anyway in a corner or two with the way they're fighting so hard. I wouldn't worry too much. Polyamy is in the pits there as well. So that now puts Aaron up into 6th position. He's 5.5 seconds off Mr. Syme. Dominic Geese is back now up into 8th position after that unfortunate spin at the start, putting him down to 2nd last. So Polyamy still in the pits there. Talk about the pressure that Mr. Tedder is under here now. That ain't easy. And it looks like Simon is coming in to join this queue now as well. So I'm wondering here, is it a case Tedder has... Oh, Dominic Geese is after dropping it again. This curb here, if you get it wrong, it's super tough. Because it will literally murder you. It's like Ryanair landing the plane. It will go down hard. Yeah, there you go. There you go. These things can happen. Guys, we're just after missing it and I'm going to go back to it. Because Chico Lindfar is after getting by our friend Mr. Esposito. Must have had a moment because Matty Gamble's now by him as well. Is Esposito? Ah, he's gone into the pits, that's why. So he's jumped into the pits. He doesn't want to be getting involved. So Chico's fighting with Tether. So let's get back onto the live here. As Matty Gamble's just after going around Chico there. Ah, guys, every time I go to replay, I come back, there's just something happening. This is mental. They're racing super hard, but it's been brilliant stuff. Michael Simon's now involved with this as well. Now, for Esposito, where does he come back out? He needs to be getting himself into some free air as the darkness starts to descend over Zolder here tonight. Chico got the braking wrong, but just caught it in time by the looks of it. And is right behind Gamble. Gets a lovely drive out there now. Matty Gamble had it blocked off. Tether is literally blocking both of these. Chico onto the grass nearly. And he's trying the inside. Matty's there with him. Chico, wow, has got himself through again. So Matty Gamble now back into fourth. Now Matty has Michael Simon all over the back of him as well. This is unbelievable here. I think it is the right step from Esposito in terms of getting away from this hard battling to focus on his own race and clean air. This could be the championship winning seal in the deal. So Esposito is down in 12th position. 2.8 seconds to the next bit of traffic, and then there's 12 seconds. So to be fair, it's not too bad. So Tris Tether is in the pits. Simon is in the pits. Lean Far and Gamble have decided to go on. Interesting, interesting. Wow, so let's see what happens here. So these two are going to stay racing hard at it. Matty Gamble's not going to give up, and now it's gotten much closer with him. Dominic Geese has dropped it again. Is that the same? That's the main straight. Dominic Geese, I don't think, has a safe setup here on his car this evening. Chris Tether and Simon both leaving the pits. Where's Esposito? Coming around the main straight. So Tether's coming out of the pits. I think Tether's going to stay ahead at this rate. Let's go Helicam here. So I think Tether has stayed out in front of Esposito and as Simon. So that's really worked out well for them guys. So Esposito has lost out in about 2 seconds. So let me have a look here as we jump back on board now with Esposito and Baz. I just want to check. So Esposito was stopped for 8 seconds. Simon was only 4 seconds. Tether was 5 seconds. Polyami only 6. So big difference in fueling there. So that's why that is the case there. And just for yourselves to know, Stacey Ellis up in 5th position at the minute, up 12 positions. Nathan Warren's up 8 positions. Aaron Holloway is up 4 positions. And of course, everyone's out of order. So everyone in the bottom 10, or so bottom 10 have pitted other than Baz, and then everyone from Tether onwards has yet to pit. So from 8 onwards has yet to pit, which is crazy. So Matthew Gamble is sticking with Chico Leanfar. So this will be interesting to see. There is a fixed pit time. It's 5 minutes after the race starts and 5 minutes before the pit ends. It is mandatory fuel only. And then in 90-minute races, there'll be a mandatory 2 stops for fuel. Obviously, you can decide to take tyres for one of them. Interesting. Leanfar's dropped it. As I talking there, guys. So Leanfar, Kerb, was it? Yeah. Kerb has murdered him. Luckily for him, he didn't hit the wall too much. What's trying to find the gear is the thing there. So Matty Gamble is now 9.2 seconds ahead of Aaron Holloway. Chico's going to be on a recovery mission, but Chico definitely has pace. But he's going to be angry behind the wheel. We know how Chico gets. Chico needs just to focus now and go on as Nathan Warren's right behind him. Stacey Sill in 5th position. Christensen in 6th. Geese up into 7th. Chris Tether in 8th. Simon is in 9th with Esposito in 10th. Baz is in 11th. Polyami 12th. Phelan 13th. Christie 14th. Polycott 15th. Britt Batiste in 16th. Batek is in 17th, and Cam Masters is in 18th position here. And Nathan Warren, so Chico's in the pits there, we gathered that. So Christensen, so where does Tether and Simon come in with this? Esposito also. And Esposito is definitely clear. We're looking at Polyami get by Baz there as well. So how long does Lean first? It's such a long pit lane here as well. undercut is normally strong, but it didn't work for Esposito because it depends how long they stop for. Because you can fuel literally for 3 seconds and go back out, or add a bit more fuel and be 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, whichever you want. So it really depends on. It really does depend on your own stop, and it is, as I say, it is fixed mandatory fuel, but there's no time limit on the fuel, and it's 1 stop in a 60-minute race, 2 stop in our 90-minute races, and we are going to be running a few sprints next season as well. So if you haven't joined up already, get on to SimGrid, FFG, and get in, but you need to be in our Discord first before you do so. So Lindfar comes out now in 12th position behind Baz. So he has a bit of work in his hands. So Christensen is all over the back of Stacey Ellis now, racing from the back. So let's see what he can do there. Matty Gamble is pulling away from Aaron Holloway then in 2nd position. So Matty needs to kind of think to himself, when does he pit? Does he just keep going in the free air, which I'd probably recommend doing more so, as Tedder, Simon and Esposito are very close together and probably will get battling at some stage as well. So this might work for him just to drag this out now, if tyres do actually allow as well. And sorry Matty, I literally only seen your message there about the time. I do not look at Discord when I start streaming normally. So yeah, this is good stuff here. Christensen needs to get by now because Gies now is catching in on them. Simon's catching in on Tedder, as I anticipated it would happen. I think they were right to get in. Britt is all over the back of Polycott as well. And they're both in the same machinery as well. So the two Ferraris are at it. Oh, Geese. What's happened here, guys? I look away for a minute. See, we've got Geese, Christensen, and Stacey Ellis. Stacey Ellis just didn't see that there and didn't kind of leave too much room because the car was kind of there. Obviously, Christensen should have got out of that one there, really. So Michael Syme now, and this is going to be hard for Syme. He needs to get by because Tedder got a free pass by these. Oh, Stacey's trying to fight here. But Syme is the faster driver and gets the move done. It was tough. Bit of door banging, but has got the job done there. Stacey, really the bit between his teeth tonight as well. Wants to try and make himself well known. And he has been a big improvement as well, Stacey, in terms of his pace as well, compared to when I first met him also. And he's definitely given it everything here tonight. Polycott's just after having a moment there, but he's still off. Oh, he's had a big moment, so let's go back 15 seconds. So Britt and Polycott by himself again, was it? It was, just the rear went and the snap overcorrected and into the barriers he goes. That was quite tough for him. But he's back going, that's the main thing. Esposito is in the pits again? Why is Esposito in the pits again? Did he forget the fuel? He's going again now. He hardly forgot the fuel. That's going to make Aaron Holloway wetter than a priest in a preschool. That's probably after getting me banned from several sites there, but fuck it. Tedder's after getting by Christensen. That's key for Tedder's race. Syme though is right behind him. Matty Gamble still pulling away in Aaron Holloway. He's now nearly 12 seconds clear. Matty Gamble lapping there with some good pace. Last lap for him was a 1:29.9. Matty Gamble is actually the fastest man on track other than Chico Lindfar, who is actually slightly faster again. Chico's lapping about half a second faster than Matty at the minute. So, looking there, last lap down for Tedder at 1:37, Geese at 1:33, Christensen at 1:33.2. Simon definitely needs to get this clear here now. He's just sitting right behind. I'll go this way with it. He just needs to try and force an error. His tether is right there. Although Christensen's doing a great job there, Adam's doing a very, very good job, but these guys have already pitted and they don't want to be stuck behind for too long. As Christie gets the move done on Phelan there as well. And as I say that Simon's got the move done, I fucking knew it the minute I'd go away. Although Christensen's not giving up. Oh, that was squeaky bum time there, but fair play to Simon, he's through. Next up for him is Tether. So Esposito, I think, has been let through by the guys. Or was just a bad bit of moving there by Christie and that. So Christie got the corner wrong, had to slow down Phelan. Oh, that was like heaven for Esposito. Talk about a lovely, lovely thing for him. As Chico now is with Baz. Baz not really fighting that one there. Fair play to him. Oh, Chico, watch them curbs, brother. Michael Syme. Oh, Syme. What has happened there? The lights are off. Oh, he clipped the grass. Oh my God. And then Stacey, you're so unlucky. Fair play to Syme. He moves it forward and off the line. The best thing to do when you spin onto the brakes straight away till the car is stopped and rotated. And then get your bearings and get moving again. Unlucky Mr. Syme. On with Darren Christie here now, who is behind Esposito. Christie, I know Daz has quite good pace. I'm racing hard with him in Amigos, especially in Indy on Monday just gone. It was great fun. Great to see Daz having a great race there as well. Is he going to catch him though? He's still about a second off. Matty Gamble's now 13 seconds clear of Holloway. So Matty, at the minute, I don't think he can argue too much. Racing the back though, had a huge incident there, but it looks like his car looks like it's had a big hit. So he's already had a big hit from what happened. And then was it just the grass? Yeah, oh, he hit the barrier. What? Did he have a disconnect or what's going on there? So he's got the car stopped safely. He must have had a disconnect. Syme's in the pits getting his car fixed there now. But Stacey, get that car into the pits, bro. Fair play. Wow, that was very unlucky for him. Tether now up into 5th position there. He's chasing down Dominic Geese. Liedenfar is now up into 8th position as well. So he's been flying out there. He has the fastest lap of the race, the 1:29.092 at the minute. He is dancing. Britt Batiste now up into 13th position as Batek goes by into 14th. So Matty Gamble hasn't got much airtime at all since he's kind of got into the lead. He's been just doing his own thing. Well, see, this is going to be the tough thing for him now. Does he decide to pit before he hits all this traffic? He's got Darren Christie, then he's got Esposito, then Baz ahead. This could be the right time for Matty to get into the pits this lap and lose 0 time stuck behind traffic. But it's really up to himself what he wants to do there. If that was me and I was Matty's engineer, I'd be like, get into the pits, box. But he doesn't. Oh wow, okay. Matty, you're a better man than me. Hollycott's after having a moment. Was it a curb of doom? Well, we missed it. Oh, his tyres must be red raw, the poor dude. Woo! That looked Michael Syme had a squeaky bum moment there. He really did have a squeaky bum moment, but he's grand now. So guys, nearly 25 minutes gone. I actually didn't even know what time was gone. I'll go through then. Matty Gamble's up 3 positions, Aaron Holloway's up 5, Nathan Warren's up 9 positions, Dominic East is up 1, Chris Tedder is down 2, but he has pitted. The rest haven't pitted so far. Then Mr. Christensen, Adam has to pit as of yet, but he is up 7 positions. Polyami, who's pitted, is up 1 position. Chico Linfar is down 5 positions, but has got his pit done and will maybe gain a few positions. Baz is up 9 positions, but is yet to pit. Esposito is down 9 and has pitted twice. Darren Christie is up 4 positions and has pitted once. Phelan is down 1 position and has pitted once. Britt Batiste is down 7 positions and pitted once. Mr. Batek is up 2 positions and pitted once. Michael Syme is down 6. Polycott is down 2 and has pitted once. And Cam Masters is down 1. Polycott, I think, needs to just go in and change tyres at this rate and get his head back into the game. Then that little bit of a rest can definitely help. But doing a great job there is our Matty Gamble. So Aaron Holloway has decided to pit. Will he be ahead of Esposito now? But I don't think it's going to be enough, because he needs to have Esposito finish essentially about P18-ish for him to possibly get the championship. But he does need to be beating Warren as well, because Warren is jumping at trying to get a 2nd position as well. And as is Polyami there as well. So there's still battles going on everywhere, guys, in terms of actual overall position in the championship. So Holloway is leaving the pits there now. So where's Esposito? Oh, he's going to come out safely ahead of Esposito. Now Gamble is coming up to lap Esposito. Does Gamble just go into the pits? I don't. See, Esposito is going to be all right. So Matty might be able to get away with getting a few more clean laps in. So he does. Yeah, I'd say he's going to stay out for at least under 4 or 5 laps. Polyami giving it everything here. Christensen has proved hard to pass here this evening, guys. Polycott is in the pit, so let's hope them fresh tyres will help him. So Matty Gamble 28.5 seconds ahead of Nathan Warren. So realistically, the overall time lost here is about 40 to 45 seconds. And I'm going to add it up back to Mr. Tedder. So the gap to Tedder and Matty at the minute is about 48 seconds. So if Matty was to pit now, ideally, he would be side by side with Tedder, I would say, coming out. So Matty needs to either pull that gap out. Yeah, because he's 48 seconds clear. That would be interesting to keep a watch on, as Polyami is still there with Christensen. Stacey's had a disconnect there. I don't know what's happened for Stacey. That's the last few races he seems to have had issues, either with his wheel or something weird with the game. You might need to reinstall the game, because he does seem to have a few issues with that. Polyami's down to 0.3 of a second there now. So let's see now if Polyami can build something on this. You can see he's trying, but he's losing a bit of time there. So good news for Matty Gamble. He's pulled out a few tenths and is now just has it over 48 seconds clear of Tedder. Really, you'd want about 50 seconds to be safe as Polly Amy gets the braking wrong but goes into the pits. Maybe that was the plan the whole time there. Fair play to Polly Amy. In he goes. He was losing too much time behind Christensen. That was a very smart thing to do there. So now Matty has Polly cut ahead. Does Matty go for the pit now to not lose time, or will he get the job done quickly? So the last thing you want to be doing is a blue flag, or not really getting out of the way straight away either. What's Matty going to do? He goes in the pits because it's after opening up for him. So Matty Gamble here, it's like anything that he does, a dream just happens right in front of him. So Baz is also in the pits now as well. Darren Christie doing a great job there up in P9. I absolutely love the fact that they've one of the Christies racing. I'd love to see two of the Christies coming in for season 2. It'd be great. And I do love that monster livery as well, the Nitro livery. So you've got Baz Phelan is in the pits now as well. In that beautiful looking Brennan's Bread RTE Paddy Power livery that I made him. Beautiful. Cam Masters also in the pits. Christie's just had a moment. That curb is after claiming another one. So Christie's coming down like an absolute weapon. The exit curve here. Yep. See, none of these GT cars love that rear end jumping up in the air like that because they're so stiff on the landing. It puts off as Christensen now joins in the pits. Also, is Christie still going? He is. He's grand. Chico now up into 5th position. So Chico is coming back into it and he's only 13 seconds off Tedder after his trials and tribulations. So Chico is possibly on for a podium here today. Puro Esposito is quite a little bit back, and Aaron is ahead of Esposito by about 20 seconds or so. Can Aaron pull himself a 4th position, or has Matty Gamble too much time ahead? Well, Matty Gamble's after stretching that lead out to Tedder now about 50 seconds. Go on, Matty. Oh, Christensen's after having a moment. Well, he's back. He must have just went onto the grass for a minute. As Christie is now into the pits. Has he pitted yet though? He has. Does he have any damage? Nathan Warren has decided to go into the pits from P2. And then behind him, Britt Baptiste is coming in also. It's interesting to see everyone's different times for going as well. That's Christie, I think, leaving the pits it is. Tedder? Did Tedder get a drive-through? Why is Tedder pitting? I'm so confused. That is really, really confusing. I don't know why Tedder has pitted twice. I might just jump into the race chat to see why that is the case. He's hardly got a stop-go 30.
Is he a world-renowned driver, is he?
Sorry, Chris, why did you pit a second time? Just asking.
Because there's 2 mandatory pit stops, mate.
Oh, fuck you.
And then I'm pulling out.
Don't pull out, sure. There's plenty of people who has to do the same.
No, I got an SG30, mate, because someone's ruined the board. And I just changed tyres. I'm losing a minute. I've lost 30 seconds for changing tyres, which I can contend with.
Yeah.
But an SG30 is like an extra 90 seconds on top of that, and I ain't dealing with that. Because then I was just racing for fun as well, mate.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. I'm just going to jump out because I didn't know why people were pitting twice now. At least I know why. Grand job.
No worries, mate.
Okay, so there is 2 mandatory pit stops on the server, so it must be in from the 90-minute one. So I think Matty needs to be aware of that as well, that there's 2 of them. So that's why... That is exactly why Esposito was pitted twice. So Aaron, I think, needs to understand that as well. So if Aaron is listening, don't be afraid to get in twice. If anyone's listening for Matty, let him know there's 2 mandatory pit stops. So Lindfar is in again. So Tether got himself a stop go 30, so that's the end of Chris Tether then this evening. But he was only in for fun as he was starting with no points in that McLaren as well, so that is fair enough. So let's see, so Matty Gamble doing a great job there. Looking around, so Dan Christie then is out of the pits then. That's it, done and dusted. Cam Masters though, as after having a moment, let's go on and have a look here what's happened to him. Oh, just the grass caught him out there. Nice little donut for him though. As Batek now is out behind Christie. And that is Matty Gamble then behind Batek. So Matty Gamble would want to be getting his pit stops done because he has 2 of them to do. So as we're going around there now, guys, Guy's doing a decent job then. Darren Christie though has been done by Batek there. Guy's up on the second. So Matty's got 1 pit stop done, but can he get the second one done and still be out ahead? Aaron Holloway needs to pit again. So Dominic Guy's still hasn't pitted yet though, and Guy's is going to have to pit twice. Let's see who we got on here now. So Aaron Holloway is in the pits. So sorry about that, I was making sure everyone has it. So at the minute now, if Gamble was to pit, he would definitely come out ahead of Esposito. Esposito was 50 seconds behind. So Matty would need to get that pit stop done ASAP pretty much to be sure that he's ahead to defend. Dominic Keese should come out in front of them also. Now Esposito's done both his pit stops, Nathan Warren hasn't. So Aaron Holloway's done both his pit stops now. So let's go and let's see what Matty can do. So Matty is in the pits again for a second time. I think that was the smartest thing to do there, as he had a bit of a gap on Dominic and on Esposito. So Dominic now is boy safe enough, as I say that. Chico Lindfar is right behind them. Chico is running in P8 at the minute and is coming back through it. Esposito is coming around the hairpin as Matty is stopping now for his Mando stop. He shouldn't be stopped for more than about 4 or 5 seconds. And he is away again. Great stop from Matty. Esposito coming into the last hairpin at the last corner now. Onto the main straight. Matty Gamble is out. So Matty Gamble is clear of Esposito as he's crossing the line there now. Dominic Keese in first position there as well. So Nathan Warren has pitted as well for a second time. Christensen now, I think he definitely needs to pit again. He does, as does Baz O'Neill, and then that's it. Other than Dominic Geese, who needs to pit twice. Unbelievable stuff there. Wouldn't be a server that I've created without me forgetting to do something on it. But I'm going to do every single race server ahead of the races next season for season 2. They're going to be done this week, so I'll have every server set up automatic, ready to go up with everything done individual, so I won't be just changing server settings on a weekly basis. I'll be more organised this time around. But that is grand. So we have Batek in the pits there as well. So Aaron Holloway is behind Esposito, but not by much, 24 seconds. So Aaron's still doing quite a good job, and I think he's going to hold on to P2 because he's ahead of Polly Amy and Nathan Moran, and that's who he needs to be ahead of now to hold on to that P2 position. Now Nathan Moran needs to chase down Polly Amy to try and get that 3rd position. So that could be a very tasty battle. Christensen though is slightly ahead of Aaron, so it's going to be interesting. Matty Gamble pulled 11 seconds for Esposito now. Gamble is in a league of his own now. Absolutely brilliant stuff. That's what it's all about. So Polycott then doing not a bad job as well, doing decent lap times. His fast lap of 1:30.3, faster than a few of the guys up on the higher side of it as well. Dominic Geese at 1:29.930, but Chico Lindfar has the fastest lap at 1:29 dead. So 1:29.092 there, that's unbelievable stuff. Nathan Warren as well, doing a great job in the Bentley. I don't think he'll be using that next season. I can see him, I think he's moved into the Ferrari, which is what he'd normally use, and I think he's going to be a lot faster. So look how well he's doing all season long in a Bentley. He's going to be in a much faster car overall lap time wise. He's going to be a lot further up in the championship also. At the minute now, so Geese is still yet to pit. And here you're looking at so far the very first FFG ACC champion. He just needs to bring it home for the next 18 minutes and he will be our crowned champion. Fair play to him. And a well-deserved campaign for him. He's had a hard luck story finishing 3rd in Valencia, if you can call that a hard luck story after getting the pit stop wrong in terms of letting the guys undercut him, but he's been absolutely amazing all season and he's been given everything. I'm so sad Dudley can't be in the mix for this tonight as well, because Dudley was an absolute joy to watch, and I'm sure him and Matty and the guys would be having a great battle if that was the case. Let's see how this goes for the next 18 minutes or so. Once the last few pit stops have been done, that's when we know where the gaps are going to be and what we're actually looking at. At the minute, there's still a few more left to go. So let's see as this keeps developing. So Britt's still doing a great job. I'm going to try and give everybody a bit of a shout out. So Cam into the pits, or out of the pits should I say, is going. Polycott then keeping it going in that Ferrari now. Must have fresh tyres on. Andre Batek slowly getting there, slowly but surely. But he's really excited and enjoying his racing, which is good. And we try get him up further as we go on. Let me have a look down. Darren Christie is now in 12th position. With Britt Baptiste just ahead. Baz O'Neill doing a great job there in 10th position. Does Baz need to pit again? He does. Baz has one more pit stop needed. Then we have Peter Phelan here. Great job for him up in P9. And we're going to jump on with Mr. Linfar in his fake taxi as Nathan Warren is next up the road for him. And these two are legitimately battling on track now, so that gap has pulled in massively. Chico's going to show it. Nathan Warren's not going to give up, but he's given him just enough room, but Nathan's entitled to race on, but Nathan's got an underbrake slightly earlier. He's kind of conceded that position there. Mr. Polyami then is in 6th position. Doing a great job as always. He's always in the round there, but Aaron's excelled this evening, so he'll be delighted. At the minute, he's essentially holding on to his P2 position. Christensen then, I think, is yet to pit as Geese has started his first pit. Esposito, though, on his way to his championship in P3. Geese now in the pits. Matty Gamble back into his rightful place at P1. And Geese, yeah, that's his first stop done, and we'll have one more to go. Matty Gamble is about 12 or so seconds ahead of Esposito. About 12 seconds as Chico is after dying somewhere. What's that, a curb, is it? Sausage curb? Yeah, I know it. The poor devil. The Audi just does not like curbs at all. And I'm kind of worried about going to it because I've decided that I'm going to be using that next season. And I'm fucking terrified now. Should I stick with the McLaren? That's a question I should be asking. Christensen is finally pitted as well. It's Baz O'Neill and Britt's after getting by Baz. But Baz is not giving up. You can hear the throttle wide open. So Christensen is down. Linfar will be getting by him there. As you see, Linfar gets by. Those curbs are fucking killing the Audi. Chico, you're making me worry about taking that car. Truly. Dominic Geese is only 1.7 seconds behind Mr. Esposito. He does have to pit one more time. I'd assume he's double stacking it this lap. He is indeed. Dominic Geese essentially is now going to be dropping down. Aaron might be getting up himself into P3 here. Aaron will be chuffed with this. So let's see how long Geese is stopped for. We also see Polycott in the pits with him ahead. Cam Masters after having another moment. That curb must have killed him as well. Let's have a look. So Cam's coming down, having a lovely day. That curb. Yep. None of the cars like that when you're cutting too much. The McLaren, it likes a little bit of curb, but not that much. I think Matty Gamble has showed on Nathan Warren, those big front engine cars love a bit of it. So Geese is still in the pits there. So Polyami's gone by, as is Holloway. Where's Nathan Moran? So Geese is still stopped. Nathan Moran is by. Geese is still stopped in the pits. Baz is in the pits. Did Geese not fuel? He's after putting in an awful lot of fuel there. So Matty Gamble just has another 12 minutes and 10 seconds to go. He's 13 seconds clear of Esposito. Aaron is in 3rd position, but Polyami is catching Aaron, so Aaron is going to keep an eye on that because Polyami is legitimately fighting for maybe that 2nd position here as well. So it's not over till it's over. At all. Great stuff there. So Christensen in the pits there for the last time. Phelan up in the 8th position there. Dominic Geese out in 7th. Chico Lindfara is in 6th. 6th? I sound like a foreigner. Hello, my name is Hostabug Streams and I am here in Poland. Jesteś piękna. Nie wiepsia. Right, where are we? So Chico is still in 6th position. But he's not too far off fighting with Nathan Moran for 6th. Or for 5th, should I say. There's a back marker just in the way of that, which is Darren Christie. Can't really say he's a back marker in P11. But it'll be interesting now as Dominic Geese is in the pits again. What the hell is going on, Dominic? Did he do a tether and get himself a drive-through or stop-go 30? So Aaron essentially onto a P2. Chico leaned far now. Very, very close to Nathan Warren. Esposito 13.5 seconds off Mr. Gamble. Chico is all out. Chico, massive pace. It's crazy the pace he has in that. He's super fast in the market as well. Nathan's not even having a bit of that. He's like, get out with yourself, will you? As we are on here, look at this. Britt and Geese are right at it. Dominic Geese is ahead though. Britt has to let out a bit. Dominic sends it around the outside and keeps it going. Catch me outside, how about that? Fair play to him. But Britt's sticking with him. Britt does have pace as well. That American has a bit of pace, although he's missed the braking a little bit there. And he's joining in the Formula 1 league next season as well. So we have a few drivers crossing into both of our leagues. Two different racing games. I'm not going to say sims because F1's more of a simcade than a sim, but it's shown some great racing this season so far. The final for that is next race, and a fight for P1 on for that one as well, and a closer fight on because yeah, they're literally, if one lad wins and the other second, it's a tie, and then the lad who wins, even though he's behind, wins because he's more wins. Well, the lad in second, if he wins and gets fastest lap, then wins by 1 point. It's super close there between both of them for that as well. So Aaron Holloway has only 3 seconds clearing him from Polyamy now. So guys that are watching, name a car and we'll do a full on-board lap with them for our last stream of this season. Our season 2 starts in 2 weeks time as well, on October the 4th. So we'll have a week break and then we'll start off with the ACC then. And then the Formula 1 starts the following week. So who would you like to see, guys? Whatever comment comes in with a driver's name, the first one that comes in, we'll do a full on board lap with them as well. And if not, I'll just pick one out. It doesn't really matter. So let me have a look. I'm going to go with Matty Gamble because he's coming over the finish line now. Let's just sit back. I'm not going to talk, and let's enjoy Matty Gamble doing what he does best. And there we have it. That's a full lap there with Matty Gamble. He's absolutely on it. While that's going on there, Peter Phelan's under a bit of pressure. He's got Dominic Geese and Britt Baptiste all over the back of him now, and they're still all fighting for position now. What Phelan needs is for BTs to give Geese just a little bit of pressure, and then he can try and stay clear with only 5.5 minutes left on the clock, guys. So that's it, the pit window is shut, guys, and this is it, the last 5 minutes. My feelings under that pressure, he's felt it there, because Geese is after getting through, but for Dominic this is great, because now Britt has Phelan as the sandwich to this little, or the filling to this sandwich, should I say, but, oh, Britt! That wasn't on, poor Phelan there. Oh no, he has only lost one position there, but Britt, I thought you better than that. So Christensen has Christie right behind him now, getting that car a bit better. So Holloway now is going to be under pressure, because Polyamy, this is the one I was keeping an eye on, and now for the last 4 minutes Aaron's going to have to try and put out a miracle to try now and keep Polyamy from robbing his podium position, but also possibly P2. I think it's safe to say Esposito is going to be officially the champion now for FFG for season 1 in the ACC championship, and a very well deserved one. It's been an absolute joy this season. He's just off at the minute. Christensen though is still with Christie as well. Matthew Gamble is keeping about 13.5 seconds clear of Esposito. Holloway 33 seconds off them, 1 second away is Polyamy. Christensen right on the back there. 13.8 seconds is Chico Lienfar. I do feel Lienfar should be up there fighting with Matty. He's just had a very unlucky go with the carbs, but he was mentioning that the car wasn't great in carbs though in the practice session leading up to this, so it's come back to be true in the race for him. So that's very, very, very unlucky for him. Christensen keeping the pressure on. Masters though is ahead or behind Polycott, who is behind Batek, who is behind Baz, and then obviously on with the Christensen battle here. Then it's Phelan ahead of Christie, then Batiste, Geese, Warren, Lienfar, Polyamy, Holloway, Esposito and Gamble, and nobody has beaten Chico Lienfar's fastest time of a 1:29.092 either. That I think is going to stick now at this stage, as we're down to the last 2 minutes. It looks like from where Matty is, next lap could possibly, Matty could slow down slightly if he wanted. Oh no, he's not. There's definitely going to be 2 laps. So 2 laps left, this lap and then the next lap for Matty. So in another lap's time I'll jump on with Matty Gamble and we'll bring in the season. Actually no, we'll jump on with P2 with Esposito, the champion. But I will give Matty his dues. Britt should get back to position for that one. Definitely Piston, to be honest with you. It's not normally like Britt for that again. But he definitely should have got back to position. But we do a live stewarding session, so I'll be streaming the stewarding live tomorrow. I am a steward as well as Chico Lienfar and Oliver Anderson, so we'll go over all the incidents. I have a software pulling all the incidents and I live stream it to give the full clarity to anyone then. So if you look on my YouTube or on my Twitch, so if you're actually on my Twitch at the minute, you might see my last one, but if not, go to my YouTube, it's Horsebox streams as well, and you'll see in the lives all the live stewarding we do and how we do it. It's very, 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 very fair and very open. everybody gets to see how we came to that decision, and we go through each incident with several different angles. So definitely keep an eye for that as well. And if you don't race with us at the minute and you're interested in getting into racing, definitely join our Discord and sign up for season 2. It's starting on October the 4th. And then the week after, our Formula 1 season 2 starts. The last race of the season 1 of the Formula 1 is next week. So we run that on a Tuesday and ACC on a Wednesday, mate. So Polyamy here now. So where is wee Matty Gamble? So I think wee Matty Gamble is going to finish the race now. He's just done it literally now. That's the race over. That's the race win for Matty Gamble. Congratulations, Matty. But here is the FFG champion of season 1. It is Esposito there. What a campaign there. Finishes off in P2 and is the champion. Very, very well deserved there. Matty Gamble doing a few donuts to celebrate there as well. I'm a sucker for a donut. That was a great win by Matty Gamble. What a way to finish off season 1, and hopefully for him in the season 2 campaign, as he's looking like he's going to be the Amigos champion, we could see him going for that as Baz comes around there. But I'm going to jump on now to P2. He's held on to us, so Aaron Holloway is going to be P2 in the FFG championship and holds on to his podium there, and his best friend Batek waiting on him. And Polyamy then comes then in P4. Chico Lindfar is coming around now in P5 as Phelan flashing lights crossing the line. There we have... That's Polyamy, is it? No, it's Esposito. Come on, Esposito. That's what we like to see. Everybody doing a few celebration donuts as they cross the line. Everybody's at it. Aaron's at it as well. Everywhere. Here a McLaren there as well, giving it socks. That's what we like to see, but that was absolutely brilliant there. Great racing from everyone. Matty Gamble, a masterclass. Aaron's in the waiting room. Polyamy, if you're here, please jump into the waiting room for a chat with me. I'd love to be able to interview you and congratulate you on becoming champion here this evening. That was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it was a great way to end the season fishing as well. In fairness, absolutely great way to end it. But I see Aaron Holloway is in there now. Aaron, congratulations on P3, but P2 in the championship as well. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. I can't. Who'd have thought I'd get a podium? That's my first podium. Oh my god.
Yeah, first podium, but also the podium you needed because Polyamy could have jumped you there and possibly would have took your P2 spot as well. So great driving under pressure for the last 10-15 minutes, seeing them closing in like that as well. What a way to end the season for you though. P2 in your first season in FFG.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's my first league as well. So
wow,
isn't that? At the start I lost the Britain Geese thing. I lost position to Polyamy. I was like, oh my god, this can't be. And then he got in. I had damage from that as well. So Polyamy was ahead of me in the first pit stint, but then in the second, I came out ahead of him, and he was gaining time. But I managed to make no mistakes at the end and hold him off. So wow, that felt good.
Fair play to me. Fair play to. That was brilliant stuff there, Yucky Farmer. How are you doing, Mr. Ferrante? I hope to see you back next season, Ferrante. But yeah, honestly, very well done. I'm going to drag in everyone, whether they like it or not.
Where's the champ?
Oh, I don't know where the champ is. That's what I'm trying to get the champ in. I'm just going to drag everyone in anyway. These are all stuck in here, lads, now. I just want to congratulate you all. Chico, you have me terrified of driving that Audi, by the way.
Mate, it was really fucking hard.
I seen that. Man, I'm terrified of that with a curb. Fuck that.
Yeah, but I think this is like one of the hardest tracks for this car, mate. I wasn't... The second time I wasn't even on throttle. It's just like, oh, not today. Bye bye.
Oh mate, honestly, when I was seeing that was just making my heart sink. Dominic, though, I want to say you were fucking super unlucky tonight as well. You were driving a great race.
Yeah, thank you. Just did the same as Chris did, missed my braking point and pit entry because there was no sign, didn't know where to brake, and then got his SG30.
Yeah, no, that was very unlucky. You definitely, you had the makings of a great race there, and unfortunately, but even for you, Chico, as well, it was great to come back because you had a shit race as well in terms of spinning. Spud, fucking well done to you, by the way, man. That was a great race for you.
Yeah, I thought I was on for a P7, but I didn't change tires, so my tires were like down to 24 psi at the end. So P9, I'm happy enough with.
Absolutely not. It was a fucking great race from you, mate. Delighted for you as well, and it's good to see what's going to happen next season. You're getting faster and faster each time round.
Yeah. Like I was kind of all practice. I was trying to get a sub 130, and then in qualifying, I got it 129.6 or 129.8. So I was delighted with that. That put me in like P11. So yeah, definitely improving.
That was a fucking great race for me. I was very impressed with you, to be honest about it. And still loving delivery for you. Yeah. I think Bat-Tech a few people tonight. I'll have a chat with Bat-Tech.
Oh. The hell out of me today.
I can't wait to watch that back.
Mr. Blue Petus, I seen you Bat-Tech somebody near the end as well.
Well, I can only say that when I was directly behind Holloway, it was very hard to see where everybody else was. I couldn't go to my right. If I went to my left, I would be dive bombing. So I tried to stick in behind him, and then he broke earlier to avoid the people in front of him, caught me off guard. So I tried avoiding actions and tried to slow down. I could not get the car to stop. I couldn't stop the car at all.
That happens.
I couldn't see where I was. That big ass rear end of that freaking BMW it destroys my vision. I couldn't see where I was.
And what happened with you and Spud? Poor old Spud just looking there, going for his corner, and boom.
Yeah, we had a chat about it already. I was slowing down. I was slowing down. Oh, in the first corner, I thought you were on about the chicane.
No, I'm on about the chicane here.
Oh, yeah. So, like, my tires were going anyway. I was slowing down, so I was just about to leave him pass after that chicane, and I got tipped in the back. So, I still ended up P9, so...
Are you talking about the McLaren?
That's Spud.
And black McLaren.
Yeah, that's Spud.
Oh, so okay. Where was that at? I don't remember where that was. I remember that very vividly because I was coming alongside him, and then it looked like he let off the brakes, and then for me that was like I had nowhere to go. He just kind of ignored that I was there a little bit.
Yeah,
from my perspective.
Like I said, it didn't make a difference to me anyway. I was
Spud, I reckon we'll give him a 1 minute penalty to get you the position back.
Yeah. I think he ended up like 16 seconds ahead. So that was not my fault.
I don't know. Even Pishin is the name that's watching here on Twitch, said that you should have get that position back. So I'm going to have to listen to them. And Chico, we have to listen to what people review and say. So being stewards, we'll discuss that maybe disqualification from the race.
I'm getting up to the point where this happened right now. So I came up when equipped. Came up fully up. I mean, what? Oh, you guys.
And come here to me. I just want to jump on though to Alpha Dogme. Alpha, great racing for you all season as well. And you're the epitome of what like any league racing's about. You're showing up every week. You're getting the job home. You're getting the points in, mate. Fucking well done.
Thank you. That was that was a bit of a funny one.
Yeah, I think you got caught up in all that incidents that happened ahead of you. Was it in the tight chicane?
No, I kind of avoided that, and then somebody just sideswiped me off the track.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure I have that on the software anyway.
I'm sure you do, but yeah. I mean, I was just pleased to get around and not fall off the track too much.
Yeah. Oh, look, you've done a great job all season, and it's all about bringing it home. And you're after getting some great fucking points all season long because you just kept it on the track and you got it to the end. So well done to you, mate.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to everybody else. Apart from the bangs, it's been a good season.
It's actually been all around. It's been a decent season. And Chico, I've decided I'm going to set up every single race server next week when there's nothing on, and that way we know it's done for the full season.
Yeah. You ain't setting up shit, mate. I'll do that myself.
No, fuck off. You would have seen if there was 2 pit stops or not. So I did say to you, I haven't set up to check it over, so we're both at fault.
Yeah, I know that's my fault, but I didn't check.
It's grand, but boys, honestly, great season. I'm really sad now.
Great racing though today. Made it really.
Oh my
interesting.
god, it was so good. That's actually a thing we might do next season. Every few races, throw an extra pit stop in to swing things around a bit. We'll discuss that off air though. But it's a shame though that Esposito isn't in the chat, boys, because he's after having a great fucking season. Honest to God. Very well done to him. He's done very well. But lads, I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks for all the racing this season to the lot of you, and I'm looking forward to next season already.
I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say huge thanks to you as well, Colin. Amazing league, and for myself, that was my first league I was ever in, and
oh wow,
definitely got me hooked. So.
Brilliant. No, thanks very much. Well, look, it's what it's about. It's having all you guys in here. And look, we're going to slowly grow. That's the main thing about it. But just for you guys as well, if you are doing nothing on Tuesday next week, come in and join in. We have the last races, the FFG F1 League. And literally, the top two are split. But if the person who is in second wins the race and the person who's in the leading championship comes second, it's just they're actually on the exact same points, so the person in second wins by default. But if the person who's in second gets the fastest lap, could end up winning. So either way, someone's going to win by 1 point next week. It's going to be mad.
I have to show you something when we get out of this call.
I do not want to see your OnlyFans again.
But you're going to, so I'm going to show it to you.
Well, look, I'm going to end this stream first. I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for joining in. But don't be afraid to sign up for season 2, and everybody take out Brit if you can.
We've got Batek for that, no?
I am not that bad of a driver.
Leave Batek alone. Leave Batek alone.
Driver. Y'all are mean to me. Y'all are being mean.